Hello, some viewers. How are you all? Welcome back to another video. Guys, in the yesterday's video, we would have seen the interaction with the radio buttons, and we have launched the website, and also we have used one radio button where we have checked whether it is visible or not. Once it is visible, once it is not checked, then click on the radio button. We will see today interaction of text boxes and the buttons. Without any further ado, let us start the video. So guys, I'll create a file. I'll write interacting with text box and buttons dot js file. So I'll copy what was there in the previous file, copy the entire thing. I'll paste it here. I'll change the describe block description. I'll write interacting with text box and buttons. So I'll copy the same. I'll write an enter block. Let us see what we're going to do. So let me open my Google Chrome. Yeah, today we're going to see this one, guys. You should all know this Amazon website. So normally people mostly they'll check for mobiles. So mobiles under 15,000 rupees. So I'll search mobiles under 15,000, 6 GB RAM. So let us see what are the results we'll get. So these are all the mobiles we'll get it here. So now, so this will be the normally what people search. So we are not worried about this. We just worried about this text box and this button. So how we can interact in the Cypress using the same text. I'll copy it. I'll paste it somewhere else. Now, what I'll do, I'll inspect this element. Let's inspect the element of mobiles under 15,000 6 GB RAM text box. So now we have got this one as an input tag, right? So now I'll inspect this. So the text box what and all is there. So I'll inspect it. What I'll get here, we'll get an ID. So ID, so I'm getting here ID. So two tap search box, right? So normally we can distinguish whether this is unique or not in itself here. So if I copy this and if I write an XPath, we won't write an XPath in Cypress, but to check here, we'll see. I'll just write ID equal to at the end. So now it is highlighting the same element and also this is unique, year 1 of 1. So I'll copy this, I'll paste it somewhere else so that I can use it in the program. Okay, now let me inspect this button. Alright, so now as you can see here, it is in the span. Now this is input nav search submit button. So this button itself we are getting an input tag. So what I'll do, I'll copy this, I'll put it here and I'll see. Okay, so now we have got the two elements, right? I'll copy this, I'll paste it somewhere else so that I can use the same tag. Now let me minimize it. Let us go back to the program. Now what we have to do, we have to take this amazon.com. So now let me copy the URL. Let me minimize the screen. Let me paste it here. So now there we have seen input and ID we have seen there. So ID of a text box. So ID I have copied somewhere. That is two tab search text box. So let me copy that and paste it here. Now after copying it, I'll see whether it should be visible. So I'll remove this and so that the code is properly visible. Right? It should be visible and should not be checked. It is not a radio button, so I'll remove this. And instead of click, so I'll put dot. I'll get a type as a method where I can add the attributes. Okay. So here in type what I was searching, I wanted to search mobile phones under 15,000 6 GB RAM. I just wanted to search. Fine. Now what happens once I search that? I want to click on that button. So let me copy this entire thing. So let me paste it here. So then input ID, what ID we got? So we got the ID as nav search submit button. It was an input tag. So I'll copy that and paste it here. It should be visible now here. We should not type anything since it's a button. So what I'll do, I'll just click it. I'll click it and wait for, let's say, wait for 3 seconds so that it will be properly visible on the screen what we have run. So now once I execute this command of headed and with the Cypress mode, so this and this both test cases will run. So let us run both the test cases. So let me execute the command of headed. So it will find two files where interacting with radio buttons, interacting with text box and buttons.js, and it will launch both respective websites and will execute its actions. So now it is executing the interacting with radio buttons. So it has found two files under the examples. So you can see it here, two files. Now it will execute the first one interacting with radio buttons. After that, interacting with text box and buttons. Here, as you can see on the left hand side, tests are loading. On the right hand side, it will run the first test, which is interacting with radio buttons, which you have seen in my previous video. So as you can see here, the first one, it is passing. So isn't it good? Like, see, we can add assertions in the get method itself. We'll give a object value here, unique identifier. Then two assertions we have added. Then click functionality we have added here with the proper report here itself it is shown. So it has now started with interacting with text box. Now let us open the Cypress test runner. Amazon it has launched. So it is typing mobiles under 15,000 6 GB RAM. Now after entering 6 GB RAM, it will click on button. We are just waiting for the proper execution, which is already done. So now we will wait for 3 seconds for the test runner to be over. Now as you can see on the screen, the test runner has closed and also these two test cases have passed. Right? So this is kind of regression scenario where you can add all your test cases and you can run the bench. Let me know in the comments below if you want more examples with radio buttons, text boxes, and the normal buttons. I'll add the more examples in the future videos. So that's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, please click on like. If you're a new viewer, please click on subscribe. Till then, guys, take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.